Queen's Crown Tournament Finals, Zelina Vega and Doudrop. You could hear a pin Doudrop during this match.
It was certainly the quietest the crowd had been, and maybe we would have suspected it looking at this card up top to bottom without the Queen's Crown sort of stipulation. I mean, it was probably the lowest in star power of any of them.
I mean, the good news is if you are tabulating, this was by far the longest match of the whole tournament. Coming in, they went Broadway, 5 minutes 50 seconds, ending with Zelina Vega hitting a code red. I don't have a lot of, strong points to make about this match, but of what it was wrestled as, like they hit their stuff. It was fine. But this was probably the weakest match on the show.
Probably, yeah. Crowd was not there for it, unfortunately. I mean, compared to this was a really stacked show, and again, in terms of star power, this was very low. The tournament itself was treated with very little importance on the TV show itself. I was,
as were the brackets. Like this was, and you could say the same for the King of the Ring. Like these were not tournaments where big stars were put in them. Like between both, I would say Finn Balor was like one significant star.
Well, at least I'll say you have stories going into the men's tournament, at least with Woods. You had nobody really to cheer for in this one. Like Zelina, I was surprised that they gave the victory to because we've had zero indication that there would be any sort of focus put on her. Doudrop, I mean, the most she's had is this Yas Queen catchphrase. And beyond that, really no time to like build the audience's sympathy for her character at all, or at least her desire. And the other thing is, she's double the size of Zelina, and she's the baby face of this one. So how is anybody supposed to get into this, right? So the other thing is, like, when they coordinate these, like when they win, I hate the fact that like they don't at least have people putting the crown and the robe onto the winners. How awkward. Like, I win this thing. I've just wrestled a grueling 5-minute match here. Now my job is to walk up the ramp and put the crown on myself. How unglamorous.
If nothing else, this gives Zelina Vega a character, something. So that's Cole called her Lorena Queen Zelina. So
all right,
there you go. And she's on Raw now, correct?
I think
these are very tough to keep track of. Finn Balor, Xavier Woods for the King of the Ring crown. They had a really nice match. I thought like this was, you had the two baby faces, so you didn't really have the dynamic of the heel. It's just two guys with mutual respect. Balor fired up with, the sling blade, shotgun, but then misses the coup de grace. Woods uses a magistral cradle and then this gourd buster onto his knees and then hits the big elbow drop, which looked great, and pins Balor in 9:37. And really the high point of this was Woods putting over this win. He was elated. I thought this was like the best reaction to winning the King of the Ring. Then I saw Kofi Kingston's reaction video that he shot watching this, and he lost his mind. So Xavier Woods is your king. Nice match, I thought. I don't think it got to the level of great, but it was good match. And Woods, it was I think the one match where people had like a vested interest in seeing this guy win, and it was the big swerve. They gave it to you.
Swerved me completely. Oh my God. The babyface you've been pushing the entire time actually wins the tournament. I couldn't believe it. But he's the lone guy in this entire thing with like Queen's Crown and King of the Ring, with any sort of storyline, any sort of time and attention where he actually conveys his desire to win this thing. Have we heard from Finn Balor once why he would want to win a King of the Ring? It's meaningless to him. Like, it's meaningless for most of the people who are participating here, except for Xavier Woods, who treated this entire thing as if it was his WrestleMania. So I'm really glad that they followed through. I mean, it was very clear to this audience who I think, they wanted to win. It was the only guy really to cheer for. I found it interesting to see Balor like work as a babyface going up against a bigger babyface here, because Balor didn't so much change his style. Because Woods was such a bigger fan favorite, all he had to do was just dominate the match, and the crowd was going to be on Woods' side. So they gave us a straight up babyface story here. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, that was the stunning part, was just how clean this was and how the finish, it was the right finish to do. They went with it.